Alright, before we get this episode started, after you watch this, if you enjoy it, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and my channel. A big thank you to you for that. Now, here's this week's episode. Hi everybody. It's Thursday, April 18th. It's about 11:30. I'm on my way up to the cabin. We've got a general contractor on his way up to finally give us some kind of a bid on working on the inside of the house to repair that ice dam damage from last year. And I've got a guy coming to cut down a tree that's going bad close to the cabin. So I'm on my way up, and I thought I'd stop here by the Tomorrow River and grab my rod and just the chest cam and give it a couple of minutes because that water's really moving. It's been raining. We had a storm. I don't even know if a bite's going to be on, but I'm here. I'm going to give it a shot. So stick with us. Let's see what happens. All right. We're heading our way down here. Get down by the stream. Water's really moving fast though, as you can see. So see if we can get a little further downstream here. See what this looks like down here. Got a path through here. Stick with us. We're gonna be early season trout fishing pretty soon here. We can find a way to get down. Oh yeah, we got a path through here. Ah, yes. I think we're going to set up right here all the way around and give it a shot, see what happens here. All right, my first time out for early trout season here. Early season trout is all artificial bait, and I'm not going to fly fish. I've got my little adjust-a-bubble here and a little sinking fly. A little weighted fly. I'm going to try to turn this around and show you the color. I found these online. I got 10 of them. This has got kind of a bluish color to it. I don't know how well that shows up, but it's got blue, and I got green and red and gold, and we're going to try the blue. You can see the depth is going to be shallow, and you can see the water is really moving here, so we're going to give it a try, see what happens for a little bit. Alright, we're going to try moving downstream. Stick with us. Alright, we moved downstream a little closer to the highway and the bridge, and we were fishing. I don't know if you can see that way up there. We were fishing up there where that deadfall's in the water, and I worked the far shoreline, couple of casts, the middle, and then I tried to work closer to the deadfall by the slack water, and that's when I got tangled up. It cost me some time getting that out, but we got it. So we're going to work this area here and see what happens now over here. There's a slack water eddy right there. I'm going to try to cast upstream and try to get my float and my artificial fly into that slack water. Just blew right by it. There we go. I dropped that right in slack water, right next to the branch. Nothing. right in the middle of the stream here, there's some riffles. You can see that, so it's a little shallower with rocks. And you might have trout in the, just laying in the eddies where there's a little bit of slack water. As the water goes over, you go like that a little bit, see what happens? Like I said, I don't have my hopes up here. It's been raining, it's overcast, it's still drizzling now. The water is up, it's running faster than normal. I don't know that they're going to be feeding, but hey, I'm not going to catch fish driving by all the time. Today was my opportunity to stop, so we're giving it a shot. The percentages are not in my favor. Follow this one downstream a little bit. We got one. Got a nice one. We got a nice one on. Hope we don't lose it. Fighting pretty good. Closer and see what we got here. Oh, a nice brown. Oh, I lost him. I lost him. Biggest brown I've ever had out of here, and I lost him right here. Oh, crap. That was a big brown. Well, it's a cinch he ain't biting again. Like I said, the odds aren't in my favor, but it drifted in some slack water under a branch over there. I'll show you where it is. You can see that, the let's see if we can get this turned better. I don't know if you can see the overhanging tree right here. I pitched out here, and right on the edge of that current, he came right out of that slack water back towards that tree. This had to been about, was at least that big, which is more than 12 inches for sure. It's all catch and release, it's early season. I got my net, I knelt down. I actually bumped him with the net, and when I touched him with the net, he shook off the hook. Biggest trout is a brown, really nice brown trout. Biggest brown trout out of here that I ever had on. And I blew it on the net job. All right, let's get set up again. And well, we had a strike. We're 0 for 1. I'm gonna get this down a little more there. Damn. I wanted that one so bad to show you. That was 13, 14 inch brown trout, nice and fat too. He's feeding. Well, we just lost the whole rig. Talk about frustrating. One thin limb. I dropped it in there couple of times before. Not this time. That little damn hook hooked onto that limb. There's no way I can get it from this side, and there's no way to get across the stream. So I think I lost the whole kit and caboodle here. Trying to wind up my line here, see where I'm at. I might throw some spinners and see what happens with that. I'm gonna shut this down while I get re-rigged here. Alright, I'm curious to watch this video and see just how much of that fight, if you saw any of that with the fishing rod bent and bringing them in. Should have worn my chest camera. Should have took the time and done it. I thought, I'm not going to catch anything. Honest to God, with the heavy rain and the water moving. So I don't think he's going to come after anything drifting. So we put on a small spinner with a little bit of green and a silver spinner. Let's see if we can entice him with that. So let's see what happens. Man, I still can't get over how nice of a trout that was. Like I said, that would have been my biggest trout. That was about 14 inches. It was bigger than 12. I'm going to try working the edges here. Just bring it upstream slow. See if we get anything off the bat. Oh, I had a hit. I had a hit. That's 2 hits. We had one on, lost one, and another hit.
After missing the hookup on that last strike, it dawned on me that I may have spooked that fish away by standing and casting as I'm silhouetted against the sky. So I kneeled down and continued to cast from this crouch position so as to reduce my outline from the trout's line of sight.
Further downstream. I blew it. Nothing to say. Every time I set up, I'm just beside myself. Anyways, we're going to try a different angle. That's the tree where I had the big brown on. Got a lot of slow water in here. And we're still using that spinner now. Something different. Although the drifting was the ticket. Boy, that was a nice brown. Might have had a hit. Got a little one. Sure. The big one shakes off and I get the little one. Well, it ain't the 14-incher that I had on, but I did manage to get myself a little brownie. See if I can get a good picture of him here. There he is. I don't know if you can see him. I'll try to hold him up here. There you go. Yeah, he needs to get back in the water. Little brown trout. Well, we put one on. Boom, he's gone. And that came on this spinner. This little weighted green with a silver nickel blade. And that guy came out of the bank here, along the bank. As it drifted down, I'm working it cross stream, and then when I let it come here by the bank, and I work it back real slow, like a slow little minnow coming back, and that thing took it from the bank. Again, that first trout, that just broke my heart. That was a nice brown, nice and fat. All right, I'm just going to throw a couple more here. I'll leave the camera here. We're going to turn it. I'm going to move downstream a little bit. All right, I'm going to turn the camera, try to line this up for us. All right, let's see what happens here for a while. Starting to drizzle a little bit harder. I'm going to get a little closer. I'm going to try the spot I started at. A couple casts there and that's it. And check the time right now. It's 5 after 1 already. Okay, we're going to hustle back. You can see the clouds coming in now. All right, 5 casts and that's it. It's starting to rain a little harder. All right, that's it. Hey, thanks for coming along. We had, I think, 3 strikes total. Had 2 fish on the line. Lost 2 lures. The catch you saw was a 5-6 inch brown trout. The catch you didn't see, hopefully you see me fighting it. I don't know if the camera was pointed down far enough to see the water. That was a 14-inch brown trout, and it was thick. It was fighting pretty good. I'm sure you saw the rod bend, I'm hoping, on that. But as I got my net and I got the net in, he turned, so I one-handed turned him back towards me, and I kind of bumped him into the net on the wood instead of, and he gave a shake and he was off and gone. I really thought I would have had a nice fish to show you, but hey, like I said, at Rapant Outdoors 360, we're keeping it real. We're showing you our successes and our attempts. Well, we had partial success today, lost the fish at the net. Hey, thanks for coming along. We'll catch you on the next episode. Feel free to comment below. Or if you don't want to comment in the public eye, we can also be reached at rapantoutdoors360@gmail.com. Now, if you know somebody you think might enjoy this video series, please feel free to go ahead and share this video or this link with your friend. And as always, whether you fish or hunt, remember, practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that that resource is available for future generations. See you next time, guys.